So it looks like Korea is now going to be a 2-year assignment for single soldiers, but not for everybody. Let's talk a little bit about that, as a recent memorandum just came out, or not that long ago really, to say that they want single soldiers now to do 2 years. Typically, that was only a thing that married soldiers would do. So if you were a married soldier and you had your spouse over there in Korea, then you typically were looking at a 24-month, actually being stationed there, of being assigned to Korea. And then for single soldiers, it was only 1 year. Well, for certain MOSs, not for every MOS, but for certain MOSs, they want to make that now a 2-year assignment for the single soldiers, because a lot of these units are putting in a lot of effort to maybe get these soldiers, well trained and be great assets to the units, and then they take off and leave after 1 year. So here's talking about that the memo calls for single soldiers without dependents assigned to the Republic of Korea to serve the accompanied tour length of 24 months versus the typical unaccompanied 1-year tour length. Because as I said, it was typically just a thing for married soldiers to have to do the 24-month thing, and then single soldiers really just doing the 1-year thing and then getting the hell up out of there and then going somewhere to the States or whatever. But this only applies to certain MOSs, right? Inside of here, it's mentioning that this applies to air traffic control operators, which is a 15 Quebec, UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter repairer, which is a 15 Tango, working military dog handlers, which is a 31 Kilo, criminal investigations special agents, 31 Delta, counterintelligence agents, 35 Lima, signal intelligence analysts, which is a 35 November, and criminal investigation division special agents, 311 Alpha, 311 Alpha, which would be an officer in that kind of MOS and that kind of job. So not every MOS, right? If you're an 11 Bravo, you're an 88 Mike, you're a cook, whatever. If I didn't list your MOS, then you don't have to really worry about that. So this is talking about actually being stationed in Korea, not talking about going on a deployment to Korea, because units do these training deployments essentially, where they go for like 3 months, 6 months, maybe whatever the tour length is going to be with their unit. And that's just a training kind of, deployment type of thing. So it's not talking about that. This is talking about people that are actually going to be stationed in South Korea. So if you're in that situation, then yeah, you may have to be doing a 24-month one compared to the previous 1-year one for single soldiers. But this extension does not apply to soldiers who are placed on orders or already in South Korea before 1 August, according to a service member spokesperson. So it basically means that like from here on out, because now this is after 1 August, as of this video, that means if you get orders for Korea now and you get sent to Korea now, it's probably going to be a 24-month one if you're in that category of that MOS and you're a single soldier. Otherwise, for those of you that are already in Korea right now, you're not getting extended or anything else like that. You'll still do whatever your tour is supposed to be, whether that's a 1 year, 2 year, whatever the case is, right? You're still on that kind of assignment. This only applies for basically people going to Korea after the 1st of August, or people who got orders after the 1st of August. So if you weren't told, that you're doing 24 months and you're still tracking 1 year, then it's most likely probably still going with 1 year. But new individuals, 2 years. So this article came from the Army Times, but I have actually a new website. If you go to hulahub.com, that's my new website that's still in the early developments. I'm still working on it, so there's not a whole lot of content on there. But the idea of Hula Hub is that it's going to be a great website for all things hula, right? You want to be, up to speed on some of the changes, the news going on in the Army. You want to get some tips and tricks. You want to learn about some of the requirements of, certain things like the ACFT or whatever. Then that's what the goal is for Hula Hub. And also the kind of key thing I'm probably going to focusing on is that the news articles are a little bit shorter. So it's kind of just a few things here and there, kind of short and sweet. And then if you want the full content, then like for example, this one that talks about that 2-year assignment kind of details, I have the links to the longer articles right here for Stars and Stripes and the Army Times. So that way, if you want more details that I did not provide inside of here, then you can go to those links. But if you want the short and sweet answer, then hopefully I provide that on Hula Hub. Still in early phases of that website, right? I'll probably be putting out a video here pretty soon to try to recruit people that want to maybe help me out with the site. But for now, it's still in early development. So if you want to check out that article, you can check it out on my website, Hula Hub. And I've also got links to the main articles that really reference the information for Army Times and the Stars and Stripes. So check out that. I'll have that link down in the description box down below. But nonetheless, hopefully you enjoyed this little short video on some recent news going on in the Army. And if you liked the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. I'm Christopher Chaos, and I'll see you next time. See ya. I hit the microphone. Ouch.